This fight was so much better than the first fight.
It was.
I
But
was so sad it ended.
and it was the shortest fight of the two.
Yeah.
I think definitely they should have switched them. I think, but if you look at the end of the end of the season, the last episode, Jack came back. So I think he's going to play a bigger role than we think, and he was intended to be more.
Okay.
That's why we stretched his story out. But this fight, I don't want to steal anything from this fight of Shiva and Raiden, the greatest sumo wrestler of all time. Do you know he's a real person? I looked him up.
All of them are.
I know, but I was like, oh, let me just see. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
he definitely was. So he wasn't a Yokozuna because that title didn't exist
Okay.
when he was the greatest fighter of all time. They have a small art like work of him of what he looked like in obviously on Wikipedia, but you're going to take that so far. But yes, definitely real people, and I makes me want to go back and research the rest of them.
Yeah.
Because I think I'd like to know their backstory.
The backstories of both of these characters was so compelling. The idea of Raiden's muscles being so
Too much.
strong. The first time he walked, all of his bones
At
broke.
3,
That
I
was
think it was
insane.
3.
And then with Shiva, I was so here for that whole story about him and his best friend going through the pantheon of Indian gods.
All 10 or
1,116.
1,016.
Something like that.
Something like that. A lot of them.
But this fight, it was like, this is what season 1 was. I got season 1 vibes from this one.
I
where
didn't
the
think I'd
first
like
fight I
Shiva.
didn't, and I loved it.
I did. I liked, like, they both were going to break down. And, like, the way it ended was just so gentlemanly. Like, hey, thank you
Mutual
for letting
respect
me
for each
fight.
other. Yep.
You know, I got to use all my power.
Yep.
And he, like, his Valkyrie went with him. Like, they weren't leaving each other. Like, they
And-
were in love.
So, and then a good fight in Record of Ragnarok makes me go, when the fight starts, I want him to lose. Oh, no, I want him to lose. No, I want him to lose. Oh, man, I don't want any of them to lose.
I wanted Shiva to lose, if I can just say, be honest.
At the end of the day, I wanted him to win.
Yeah, you wanted Shiva to win.
Yes.
Okay.
By the end of it, I wanted him to win.
I think there's more to come with him, too.
Because I knew that Raiden gave everything he had.
Everything.
And he made Shiva go higher than he's ever gone in any fight with any god. But Shiva, with his story, he was never going to lose that fight.
Right, because he is the greatest fighter in India,
Yeah.
of the Indian gods.
And now I want to see him fight Odin. 'cause
He ripped off his hand. So Raiden crushed his arm, ripped
Multiple.
2 hands off.
Yeah.
And, like, okay, so he was, like, done. Until he, like, grew, like, to the fire mode and became, like...
Super Saiyan?
Yeah, where he reached into his heart and was like... "Pop, pop, 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 pop."
Manually pumped it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I thought it was cool. And, well, you saw Raiden do the same thing where he, like...
He
turned and,
unlocked
like-
his muscles.
It was
and the only
cool.
reason why his body didn't combust is because of the Valkyrie that
Yeah.
was like keeping it all together, and he could finally go.
Verlinda.
This fight was okay. I told you the last fight was my least favorite. This is number 1 for me.
Really?
Oh, this is better than any fight in season 1. Yeah, this is number 1 for me.
We're going to deep dive into this later.
And we will rank every fight.
Every fight.
Just so
There's
you know,
5 fights.
best fight of the series is this fight.
All right, so it was quick, short, and sweet, but I want to talk a little more about the end of the thing.
Okay.
Who's the next fight?
I don't know where Buddha's coming in. You told me last episode that you know he's the last fight.
Did you not watch after?
No.
Oh my God! For once, I did. I have a terrible habit of just ending it. Oh, you push through. Zeus went to go find Buddha because Buddha was hanging out in this real beautiful place,
Okay.
and was like, "Hey, I want you to fight next. Will you do that?" And Buddha was like, "Yeah, I was waiting for you to ask me."
I did see that.
And then-
you had to jog my memory.
Buddha's fighting for the humans.
I want to see Odin fight.
I think Loki's going to fight him.
Odin?
No, Loki's going to fight Buddha.
But Buddha's a god.
So is Loki.
So that's not going to go into the whole like fate of humanity fight.
Buddha's fighting for the humans. He said that he's going to, and he was like, he walked, so he came out of the god like tunnel, and then he walked over and turned around. And he's like, I'm going to fight for the humans.
Oh, wow.
He's like, because I think they
I
basically
did not
they
get that.
deserve to live.
Okay. Oh, wow, I
And
did not get
yeah,
that.
so it's and so they're like, oh my God, they're all like losing it, and so with Buddha fighting for the humans, I'm interested. I only think that Loki's going to be the god that he's fighting because they had a little issue in episode 5
Yeah.
or 6, one of them, that they were like with the god hunters,
Yep.
or like I'm going to call them god hunters, the little with the fish.
They were weak as fuck.
Yeah, like it got really
And
weird.
Buddha
near the
was
end.
like, bye.
I could deal without that part I think that, well, because of right now where we stand, they hold no importance.
I actually like the fact that we're having a side story besides the main fight.
Because I think that's going to be the main story. I think something's going to happen with them because I think this whole fight is going to break down, the realm of the gods. I think this is going to split them.
My number one question for this series is after the fights are over, does the series end, or can we then bridge that into the collapse of the gods, and then humans and gods fighting amongst and for each other? I don't know. I haven't read the manga.
I think it ends.
It might,
because I think the whole point of this series, that's why they do. I mean, in this season 2, we only got 2 fights.
Yeah.
Let's say we go to 10. We have another, let's say, minimum 2 seasons left to go. If they continue it, because you got to think, who hasn't fought? Odin.
Yeah.
Ares. I think the one guy's in that Mars.
Ares bitches too much for me.
He cries a lot.
And he does so much exposition dump. I'm just
yeah, I don't need him.
I don't.
Let me tell you what would ruin your face if you heard it in English.
Oh my God. When I was editing the last fight and I had to go get some screen caps and I had to listen to it in English,
Ares is
we
terrible.
watched 2 different shows.
And
because, oh my God, I could not stand to hear that man speak in English. Could not stand it.
He is the worst one of them all.
My God.
I just could deal without him. Zeus is okay. They're all okay. I'm sure.
In Japanese, they are very good.
It's great.
They're great.
I should watch, just an episode.
They're great in Japanese.
I went for simple and easy, and then it's a different show. It is, because what really pulls you out of the whole element of everything is
terrible voice
yeah.
acting. Yeah. Or subpar. Let's not say terrible.
I don't want to say terrible.
Not as good voice acting.
Could I do better? Maybe. But I don't know. All right. I know you said your favorite fight, but I feel like I have to let you know mine out of these 2.
Okay.
It's one we haven't talked about, actually. One that you haven't even seen. It is the fight of Aphrodite's titties and gravity. I would assume that without the statues, they would fall, just plummet to Earth. And then the Earth would be knocked off its
her weapons
axis,
for
and
the
then
fight.
it's just gone.
Oh my God.
So then what you see, every time we have a little bit of... Wow.
And they give them the...
Yes, they have their own sound effect. I get it. You know what? I take that back. I don't think I get it. I think I'm missing something.
Japanese love their titties.
I appreciate it.
Do you think Aphrodite's going to fight?
No. I don't think she'd be able to stand upon her own weight. I think the winner should get her.
She's the prize. All right. Well, that was season 2 of Record Ragnarok. That was very quick.
It was.
Don't forget to come back. We are going to be putting this show on our tier list.
Yep.
So stay tuned for that. It will be dropping soon. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you think about the season in the comments below, and we'll see you soon.